Okay, we are recording. Let me share the screen. You can see my messy desktop. Awesome. Okay, Casey, can you give me a thumbs up if you can see my diamond PowerPoint? Okay, perfect, thank you. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna be looking at you and looking at my notes and looking at you and looking at my notes because I've been doing 80 things at once. I've got good systems in place, but I'm not the most organized person in the world. So here we go. Thank you guys so much for jumping on tonight. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Angie Green, and so in the upline world, that might make me like your great-great-grandma, depending on how many levels down deep you are from me in the team. But either way, welcome, because we're all a part of the same team. We're part of the same family. I'm so happy to have you guys on this call tonight, and I appreciate your time. So when we do these trainings, I promise I'll keep them as short as possible because I would much rather have you invest your time in working and doing the action items versus being on the call with me. So this is our Sprint to Diamond group. So I know a couple of you have jumped on last minute, and we're all in different areas in this business. Some of us are close to Diamond, we're halfway to Diamond, we have no coaches, we're Emerald, we just signed up yesterday, we've been a coach for 2 years. Like, it doesn't matter where we're at in this business because we are only focusing on moving forward. So I'm specifically speaking to those of you who've been a coach for a long time in the past and you're like, I shouldn't be on this call, I should have been Diamond a year ago. It doesn't matter. You can't worry about the past. You can only focus on what's ahead. And you're in this group for a reason. And that's because you want to move forward in your business. The reality is, and I've said this to many of you before, your business simply will not move forward if you aren't presenting the business opportunity itself to other people. And too many times we don't take advantage of that because, so many reasons. It's usually because of our insecurities and our own fears. But it's also because this business isn't tangible. The business opportunity itself isn't tangible. So I had this epiphany when I was watching Shark Tank the other day. We love Shark Tank. We set it on our DVR and we watch an episode every night. And when you see those people come into Shark Tank, they're usually killing it in sales, right? They don't need help with sales. They need help taking their business to the next level. So they're not coming to Shark Tank to really sell their product to the sharks. They're coming to sell the opportunity. They're coming to sell, the opportunity for their business to move forward. And that's what we need to learn how to sell to other people. But the problem is the business opportunity isn't tangible. It doesn't happen overnight. You can't see the results right away. And so that's why I think we hold ourselves back from talking about it. It's like, we don't really know what to expect or where that person is going to go when they become a coach, and we don't want to be blamed for their lack of success if they don't have it. So we just are better off not even presenting the opportunity, and that's not going to help you move your business forward. That's not going to help change another person's life. And I believe 110% that running challenge groups and helping people with programs and Shakeology is definitely a huge stepping stone in changing their life. But the business opportunity, you guys, is so much more. And if you're not presenting the business on a regular basis yet, it's just because you don't believe it yet. Or maybe it's you do believe it, but you're just scared to talk about it to other people. But look around at the success stories of coaches who have completely transformed their lives, not just physically, but financially and with their relationships and with their happiness just by becoming a coach. And so we just need to do a better job of helping people understand the so many benefits that being a coach has in terms of the bigger picture, not just you can earn a little extra income, or you can dabble in the products, you can run a challenge group. We have to do a better job of getting people to understand the bigger picture. And I think that has to start with me helping you guys understand that too. And the way that you do that is just by living it. So we're running this group because we are going to get really, really comfortable presenting the business to people, and we're going to get really, really comfortable hearing no from people and being okay with that. And we're going to get really, really comfortable with setting the habit that we're going to keep moving forward no matter what. So this program, basically I'm doing, the Sprint to Diamond, was really what I started doing when I first kicked off my business as a coach. It's not for everybody, and it's based off of the personality type Rhino. So if you've ever taken like Myers-Briggs tests or any of those personality tests, you know that there's animal personalities. There's like the owl and the bear, and there's all different ones. This one is developed strictly for a Rhino. And so if you're not familiar with a Rhino personality, or think about the qualities of a Rhino, those types of people and those personalities are aggressive, and they don't let anything stand in their way. And so for those of you who have heard my story and heard about when I started my Rhino group, the first Rhino group I was in when I first started growing the business, I was not a Rhino at all. I was like the meek one that didn't want to talk to anybody. I was scared. I was really intimidated by the other people in the group because they were like out there already, and I was like, oh, I don't really want to talk to anybody. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. And I'm still getting some feedback, so if you guys could mute yourself, please, that'd be awesome. And I kind of got like pissed at my sponsor while I was in this Rhino group, because I was like, she's making me do these things that I'm not comfortable doing and I'm not good at doing, and I don't like doing it. The reason why I didn't like doing it is because I didn't think I was good at it, and I was afraid of rejection. And it was also the time when Steve and I had first started dating. So we had these like Rhino calls every Thursday, and like these big accountability calls. And I never had much to report because I sucked at it and I wasn't presenting the business like I should. And, I used to get mad at my sponsor because she would like call me out, and she would say, the only thing that's holding you back from building your business is you, because you're not presenting the business. So you need to start presenting the business to 5 people per week, and I don't care what it takes. So I remember like calling my mom like 30 minutes before my accountability call, like, Mom, can I present the business to you? Because I said I would present to 5 people and I need a 5th person, so I can say I did it. Like, it took me a while to get there, but honestly, and you've heard this too, the more I did it, the easier it got, the more confident I got, the more I was able to like shrug it off if somebody said no. And I started to run with the people that said yes. And it only took a couple of people saying yes when I was like, I got the confidence, to keep going. And so I became a Rhino. And then we did the vision boards. If you've heard my story, you talked about it before. And then I was like all in once I got used to it, and once I really saw how the opportunity was changing my life. So we created the vision board, and my vision board didn't have fancy cars or houses. It just had whatever it takes written across the top. And that's why I became a Rhino, because I was like, I'm in this all the way. This is me. This is part of who I am. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to grow my business. And again, the bottom line is you won't grow your business unless you start presenting the opportunity. So if you're listening to this and you're like, crap, I do not want to do this. I am scared. I don't like rejection. I'm worried about what people are going to say. Tough. You need to just get over it. You need to get over yourself. You need to expect that you're going to hear no's, because the reality is this business isn't for everybody, and that's okay. You never want to push somebody to do this, because you don't want to have someone on your team that doesn't want to be there, or maybe doesn't belong there, because that's just going to frustrate you and it's going to frustrate them. So don't be afraid to be selective. However, this is a sprint to diamond. This means we're reaching diamond rank in 8 weeks. So you might not have time to be as selective as you normally would, because this is a program all about rank. This is what we're doing. We're advancing in rank in 8 weeks. And in order to do that, we have to move fast. So we're not sugarcoating anything. We're not spending a ton of time building relationships with people, which we know helps build credibility. And is a better way to grow your business. But at the same time, if we're sprinting to diamond, we really need to just focus in on putting this business in front of as many people as we can. So let's take a quick look at, oops, I need my mouse. Uh-oh. Oh, connected. Phew. Okay. Let's take a quick look at what diamond is. So In order to be considered a diamond coach, you need to have 4 coaches on each leg. So in this business, we work off of 2 legs. We've got our right leg and our left leg, and it starts to kind of look like a tree. So you need to have 4 active coaches on your right and 4 active coaches on your left. Out of those coaches, the 4 on the right and 4 on the left, you need to have 1 emerald on each side. An emerald coach is 2 coaches. So you need to sponsor 4 coaches on your right, 4 coaches on your left, and then you need to help them get to emerald as quickly as possible. So the best way to do this, and the biggest thing that we recommend as a new coach, is to build your partner, your parent, your spouse, your BFF, because you want to have control of another business center to help you generate volume. And I didn't have that opportunity when I first became a coach because I was going through a divorce. So I didn't have a person to sign on. So I did call my mom, like, hey, Mom, I need you to be a coach. And she's like, okay, what do I need to do? And I was like, nothing, just drink Shakeology when it comes to your house. And she's like, okay. And, 5 years later, I have now helped my mom build a whole new business center for herself too. That gives her volume. That gives me volume. It's like double dipping in terms of income. So this is an amazing way to build income for yourself and for your team if you can really start to sponsor people who want to build the business. You could sponsor 20,000 coaches, and guess what? You're not going to make any money if they don't do anything. So that's why I said you want to look for business leaders to sponsor. Discount coaches are great too. We're going to talk about that in a second. But in order to really build your business significantly for yourself, for your family, for your future, and for your coaches, you definitely want to look at builders. And so building, a parent or a spouse is a great way to really help kick off your business. So we're going to start first with our warm market or hot market. So these are the people that you initially reach out to as a coach. So if you're like, okay, I'm doing the sprint to diamond, I want to get to diamond, this is important to me, then you need to reach out to your hot market. Those are your family, your friends, the people that you're really close with, the people that you know. Those are the people that you really want to help first. When you reach out to them, I put a script there, and there's scripts all over the place. You go in the Team Dynamite section, there's scripts on inviting to challenge groups, there's scripts on inviting to the coaching opportunity. There's scripts everywhere, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time tonight on telling you what to say. You can take a screenshot of this, or I'll post this recording, but you can go get the scripts too, and you can tweak those scripts to make them fit your personality and your style. The only reason why I made them is because people, come to me a lot of times and they're like, I just don't know what to say. So now I'm telling you what to say. So you can definitely use those for sure. What else do I want to talk about this one? Oh, so this was, Mom is a fitness example. Oh, and a lot of these slides I've taken from different coaches too. You guys, I am a huge believer in no need to reinvent the wheel. So if you want to use this at some point too, I'm happy to send you guys the slides. So this is something that you want to do, your warm market, your hot market, or the people around you who are closest to you. And you want to be genuine with them, and you want to tell them why you're doing this. Why do you believe in this opportunity? Is it because it's going to bring you financial freedom? Is it because it's going to totally change your physical fitness? Whatever it might be, you need to basically say, and this is probably what I said to my mom, like, Mom, I don't really know what I'm doing yet. All I know is that I'm a coach now. I'm not sure where it's going to go, but I believe in it because most of you know Chalene Johnson was the person who presented this business opportunity to me. So, of course, in my head, I was like, I don't have time to do this. But in my mouth, I was like, yes, ma'am, I'll do anything you tell me to do. So I called my mom, and I was like, I don't know. Chalene told me to do this coaching thing, and I'm going to do it. I think it's going to be good, but anyways, can you sign up? And she's like, yeah, sure, of course. She'll support me. So reach out to those people that you know and get your first 2 coaches, because when you get your first 2 coaches, you hit that emerald rank. And once you hit emerald rank and you're along with Success Club, you're going to get free customer leads from Beachbody, which is awesome. And that's a great group of people to start working with. And then we're going to talk about how we start sharing opportunity with other people. So think about, first of all, how you've gotten those salesy emails, right? Like we get spam emails every day from people that we don't know saying that we should check this out, blah, blah, blah. And we usually just delete it. It's not personalized. So now when you start sharing the opportunity, you're going to make a list. You're going to make a list of, and I'm not talking about like your family and your good friends. That's your hot market. I'm now talking about your warm market. So people you're friends with on Facebook, people that you see do amazing things on Facebook. You're not really friends with them, but you follow them because they're already posting fitness stuff and they're already inspiring other people, or you see they're on their own weight loss journey. Whatever it is, if there is a reason that you are attracted to that person, then they need to go on your list and you need to share the opportunity with them. Because I can't tell you how many coaches, and a lot of you are probably on the call right now, who maybe I found because you posted a before and after picture, or you posted a healthy recipe, or you posted a fitness tip about water, and I reached out to you saying, hey, I love what you're posting. You're really posting some motivational stuff. Are you familiar with the Beachbody coaching opportunity? It's just a great way to continue to share your passion that you have for helping inspire other people, and there's a business attached to it. That's it. That's all you gotta say. Go through this 5-step process. So this 5-step process is what I used when I was in the Rhino group with Christine, and she still uses it today in her boot camp. It's a 5-step process to reach out to people and let them know like why you're involved. Why do you think they might want to check it out? Send them a third-party tool, which is typically like a webinar. Set up a follow-up time, and then do it again and again and again and again. So when you're reaching out to somebody, you want, and again, you can use the scripts in the files section, but you want to have an idea of why they might want to check something out, right? So if you're making your list of people, let's say, I always follow Lindsay on social media. I'm going to write down Lindsay's name, and I'm going to write why I follow her, why I think she's really interesting. And then I'm going to reach out to her, and I'm going to say, look, I took some notes over here. Hey, Lindsay, I see you've been posting healthy tips online. You're promoting fitness, which is awesome. Have you ever checked out something like the Beachbody coaching opportunity? That's it. Because you're offering tips on your page. Have you ever looked into it? Have you ever considered? Use those magic words. If you just send them a message that says, hi, my name is Angie, and I'm a Beachbody coach, and I think that you would be a great coach too. Would you watch this? That's not personalized, but if you tell them why you're following them and why you're interested in them and why you think that this would be a good opportunity for them, then they're going to be more likely to check it out because they're going to say, oh my gosh, this person's looking at my page. This person's showing an interest in me. I'm going to show an interest in this person back, and then they're going to go stalk your page. So to give you a prime example of a girl, Maggie, who I found on Facebook. Actually, Charity, you were at my house last week. Maggie, I came across on Facebook, and she's always posting fitness stuff. She has a fitness blog, and she is amazing. She's very inspiring. She doesn't sell any products. She's not linked with anything. She simply loves to inspire other people. And so I reached out to Maggie, and I started this 5-step process with her. And right now we're at step number 4. And I just was honest with her. I love your blog. You're always posting fitness tips. Your pictures are so inspiring. Have you ever considered, are you familiar with Beachbody, and have you ever considered the coaching opportunity? And she said, no, what is it? I said, I think it's something that would be perfect for you because you're already inspiring other people, and I know that you have a passion for helping others. And this is a way that you can do that by utilizing Beachbody's resources. And she said, oh, sounds interesting. And I said, okay, if I sent you a webinar, would you be able to watch it by blah, blah, blah? And you want to give them a deadline on the date. So when you get to step number 3, you're going to say, great, I'm sending you this 20-minute webinar to watch that has information. Do you think you could watch it by Friday? And they'll either say yes or no. They say no. Then you say, great, how about Monday? They say no or yes. You say, okay, then let's schedule a follow-up for how is Monday at 5 o'clock, and you get them on the phone or even face-to-face if you can. And I know it sounds scary to do follow-ups on the phone, but when you talk to somebody on the phone, they can hear your voice, you can hear their voice, you can connect, they can hear the passion, they can hear how passionate you are about this opportunity. It comes through so much better on the phone than it does email. And you will get a chance to hear them and really get a feel for, you know, do I want to work with this person, or is this going to be a good fit for them or for me? And it'll really help you if you can get them on the phone, trust me. And again, it's going to be pretty scary the first couple of times. But you're simply just going to get on the phone and answer their questions. You're not going to like word vomit. You're not going to sell them on every single reason why they should be a coach. You're just simply giving them the information to check out, and then you're following up with them. And if they find it interesting, then you're going to give them the steps to sign up. So we could sit around and wait all day for prospects and guests and coaches to come to us, but let's face it, coaches don't come knocking on our door every single day. Attraction marketing is great, and that's a whole nother topic that we can talk about. But if, again, our focus is sprinting to diamond, we need to do this with mass amounts of people, even when we don't feel like it, even when we're scared, even when we're worried about what other people are going to think. We have to be consistent with this. So if you're looking at this 5-step process and you're like, okay, I don't want to do this, then no hard feelings, but this group isn't for you, and the timing's not right for you. But for most of you that I've talked to, at least my personally sponsored coaches, I know that you want this because in our conversation, I can hear the desperation in your voice. I can see it in your email, and I've been there, and I know that this is the way to get there to change your future. But it's not going to be easy, and you're going to have to do things that you don't want to do. Okay, so those are the people that we are going to start to write a list, and hopefully
There we go.
some type of tracking system.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, hold on, we're getting some feedback, you guys. Let me see if I can mute everybody. Oops, I muted myself. Oh, here we go. Okay. It says I muted everybody. Oh, mute. Okay, awesome. Okay, so now let's focus on our challengers, okay? So the first part of this was just people that we are finding on social media or people that we know from the hair salon or whoever. Now let's focus on our challengers, and I want you to focus on 2 types of challengers. The first are the people that you haven't brought on yet, and the second are the people who are already in your challenge groups, okay? Keeping in mind this is a sprint to diamond, this is how you're going to handle your next challenge group. So hopefully you're starting to promote your next challenge group for Hardcore since it just came out. This is what you're going to do. Once you get to the point, you know, you're using the challenge group scripts, you're inviting people in your challenge group, they're ready to get the challenge pack. At that point, when they reach the point where they say, yes, I'm ready for the challenge pack, let's do this. How do I get the challenge pack? You're going to say, awesome. Would you like to start with the discount membership or the regular membership? Well, of course, they're going to say, what's the discount membership? And you're going to say, oh, awesome. It's a way for you to save 25% on your next bag of Shakeology, or when you do your next challenge group with me. The cost is $15 a month, and it's also going to give you the option in case you wanted to ever earn extra money, people could order products from you too. That's it. Keep it short and simple because everybody wants a discount. Everybody likes a deal, and you're giving them the opportunity to save money. So they'll obviously want that discount membership, and then that's when you'll have them get the challenge pack through the coach link. So then they'll sign up to become a discount coach, AKA discount member, whatever you want to call it. And then while they're in your challenge group, you have that whole 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, however long your group is, to really focus on helping them see the business opportunity side to see if they want to pursue that. So I want you to start trying that. That's changed the direction for a lot of coaches. These coaches who are like getting to diamond in less than a month, these coaches who are getting to Star Diamond and 15 Star Diamond in a year, this is how they're doing it. So 50% of all coaches that they sign on are discount coaches, because it benefits the customer. They're saving money on Shakeology, and it's adding coaches as well. So just use that script, like take a screenshot. Like I said, I'll post this, and start using that when you're promoting your next challenge group. And then if you look at the bottom of the screen, you're going to convert customers to coaches. This is an example of the script. Again, you're basically going to use the scripts that are in the coach invite scripts in Team Dynamite, but don't underestimate the power of converting your customers to coaches, because as long as they're an active customer in your challenge group and they're actively participating, they would make an amazing coach, because they're already, supporting other people, and they're active in the group. They're on social media. They know how to participate in a Facebook group. And, unless it's somebody that you just don't want on your team, then you definitely want to present the business to them too. And here's a script again that you can use for that. And you can refer back to that later. So again, this might be a different approach for you guys to invite your new challengers to become coaches, or your current challengers to become coaches. But again, it works, and you just have to get used to it, used to doing it in a new way. But now when I do this, I don't even blink. I don't even blink. I used to hesitate. I was like, oh, I don't want to click send. I don't want to tap my mouse because it's scary. But now I'm just like, you just got to Christine always talks about, you got to shrug it off. You just have to have that. Instead of the would you like to be a coach? You have to say this is an opportunity that I have, take it or leave it. Totally up to you. If it's not for you, no hard feelings. Moving on to the next person, because not everybody's going to want to do this. That's something you're just going to have to accept. Okay, so let's get to handling objections really, really quick. I said to keep it under 30 minutes. Feel, felt, found. So that's classic. We've learned this, I don't know, as long as I've been a coach. And as long as you can genuinely use that, then you definitely want to use it in your handling an objection. Your two biggest objections are going to be, I don't have the time, or I don't have the money. So to that, I would say, if they're telling you they don't have the money, oh my gosh, that's all the more reason why they should become a coach. And too many times people that we talk to see being a coach as an income loss. And it's supposed to be an income generator. So again, it's just going to be a matter of you going back to re-educate them on the benefits of the opportunity. So if they say, I don't have time, you would say, I know, I understand how you feel. I felt that way too when I first was asked to become a coach. I had a lot on my plate, and I had no time for this business, and this is all true. But what I found was I was already connecting with people online. I was already spending 20 to 30 minutes a day on social media looking at pictures. And it just took me a little bit of, education and practice on how I rearranged my time. Instead of looking at pictures on social media, I spent that time connecting with people, and I was able to build a business out of it. Again, short and simple. I don't have the money. Same thing. Oh my gosh, I totally know how you feel. I didn't think I would have the money for this business either. But what I found was, it's really only a $40 investment, and it's a way to earn income, because you get 25% commission, instant commission on anything that you sell on your website, and even more significant income down the road if you look for other people that you help duplicate their success too. Again, short and sweet. So it's a great way it's a great method to use when handling those objections. Feel, felt, found. Use it all the time. Okay. Let's see. Let me whiz through these at the end because I want to save questions too. Next slide. Oh, okay. So this one is kind of blurry. I'm going to have to send it to you guys in the PDF. This is an inviting formula for people you don't know yet. So hopefully you are being proactive and you're always adding new people on social media. So you're following people on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. That's where I work. 90% of my business is on Facebook. And I'm always meeting new people. So you're adding new friends every day. You're starting conversations. And this is the formula. Comment, compliment, question equals conversation. So the first one, it's kind of blurry to read, is just connect with them. So comment on their post to show an interest or send them a message with a comment on one of their posts to show an interest. Because this is the first step in building the relationship, right? If you're on Facebook and you know no one, it's like you're at a cocktail party by yourself and you got to meet people because nobody wants to stand there and drink alone. So you've got to start some conversations. So you see a picture of somebody on Facebook, you don't know them, but you think you might have something in common. They have a golden retriever, you have a golden retriever, you can shoot them a message and say, oh my gosh, I love the picture you posted of your dog. I have one too. What's your dog's name? That's it. Comment, compliment, and question. That's going to start conversation. So same thing with a recipe. I saw that you posted a picture of a healthy omelet. I'm always struggling with breakfast food that looked really good. Would you mind giving me the recipe? Comment, compliment, question, conversation. Because they're going to start to respond back to you, and that's how you're going to start to converse back and forth and build that relationship. The second one says approach acquaintances or people from old connections. So people you went to high school with, oh my gosh, accept every friend request from a person you went to high school with and send them a message, and all you have to just say, what are you up to nowadays? Oh my gosh, great to see you on Facebook. How are things? That's like your classic question. How are things? People love to talk about themselves. So they'll tell you what they're doing, and then they'll ask you what you're doing, and then you can say, oh, you know, I'm working, or I stay at home with my kids, and I also just started this fitness opportunity. Have you ever heard of Beachbody? Simple. Approach people you don't know on your personal page. If you're added due to mutual friends, you could say, again, general questions there. Like, and this is legitimate. I absolutely love looking at wedding dresses and pictures of weddings and brides, and I love it, love it, love it. So I'm always sending people, if they have like their cover photo or their profile picture is a picture of them with their husband, or they're in a wedding gown, I'm always messaging them saying, oh my gosh, your dress is beautiful. When did you get married? I just got married in July. So really easy conversation starters. None of this is going to work though unless you start tracking those conversations, because as you know, Facebook Messenger can just get totally flooded. So I hope that you have some sort of system. I am still learning, but I'm a huge, huge fan of Streak on Gmail. It's free. Most of those tracking systems out there you have to pay for, and I even talked to Shalene about Streak, and she's like, oh my gosh, this is better than any other CRM list collector I've ever seen, and it's free. Use it, use it, use it. Okay, so this is where we're going from here. Fearless invites, 532 inviting system. This is what we're going to wrap up with. So this is what you need to be doing every single day, minimum. 5 new conversations a day saying nothing about Beachbody. So you're reaching out and messaging to 5 new people every single day that you don't know, or you know, maybe you knew them in high school and you've lost contact or whatever, and it's nothing about Beachbody. Make sure you are using the comment, compliment, question, conversation, okay? You're going to ask them a question. Comment, compliment, conversation. And then, so that's 5. 3 stands for 3 challenge group invites every single day. There's no reason why you shouldn't be promoting a hard corpse challenge group right now. So make sure that you're doing that. If you don't have a list, you're starting a brand new list. And if you do have a list, go back to that list for people who have said, not right now, no thank you, and re-invite them. Okay, the third one is 2. The 2 stands for checking in with 2 personally sponsored coaches, or if you don't have coaches yet, use that to invite 2 new business coaches on your team. This is just for this week, because what we're doing here is through number 1 and number 2 is we're generating more conversation and more people. So next week, number 3 is going to double, triple, quadruple, because again, that's the focus of the next 8 weeks is sprinting to diamond. You're not going to get to diamond unless you're presenting the business a ton. But if you're new to this, if you're terrified, this is where you're going to start. 2 people. Again, there's scripts for all of this stuff in the Team Dynamite Files section. And then you should also be adding 3 to 5 friends a day to your social media, because then as you meet these new people, then you go back to the first one and the second one and the third one. And you're just creating this cycle. So you always have people to meet, always have people to start conversations with, and always have people to invite. So I really want this program to work because it's worked in the past and it's working for a lot of coaches out there. And I want to help you do it for you and do it for your team, because in the past when we've run type of rank advancement programs or building programs, you know, I see the clarity where people are struggling, and it's because they're simply not putting this business in front of enough people. When I started this business and when I started growing, I didn't focus on sales at all. We didn't even have challenge groups. All I literally did was talk to people about the business. I didn't talk to people about the products. We didn't have Shakeology then, actually. I only talked to people about the business opportunity. So sales are great, don't get me wrong, and it's a great way to introduce people to Beachbody, but you really need to start shifting your focus to the bigger picture of the business opportunity, not just on sales. And then I want you to really go for no. So once we jump back on next week, I'm going to show you guys a form that we're going to use to track our no's and our yeses. That's going to really help us kind of visualize and see where we're at and where we're going, and seeing growth and seeing how many people we're talking to, because it really is a numbers game, you guys. The more people that we meet and the more people that we talk to, the more we present the business, the more we start to build our team. So I'm using you for your success and also for the people watching you too. So I really want you to dive in. And again, if you think that this isn't the right time or it's not something for you, that's okay. But if it is, then you need to start moving forward, and you need to just get comfortable being uncomfortable. If that makes sense. It's just going to be a part of the growth process. So let me unmute you. How did I do that? And see if we have any questions. Okay.
Oh my.
Actually, I'm going to mute you again. You unmute yourself again. Oh, Sasha. Sasha, go ahead.
Yes. Did you say streak like S-T-R-E-E-K?
Yes, S-T-R-E-A-K, Streak. It's a part of Gmail. So if you
Okay.
.com, you'll need a Gmail account for that. But again, it's a learning curve, but it's an awesome way to track either with emails or just with memes.
Okay.
And we can definitely think about doing training if you think guys would help. What? Any other questions?
Angie, it's Colleen. Michelle said, Michelle asked if it was a CRM, like I don't know what that stands for.
Yes, it is a CRM.
But yeah.
But it's free. Well, you know it's free. And I mean, we could certainly do, I kind of already have our weeks planned out, but we could squeeze in a Zoom on Streak if you guys think that would be helpful. Okay. And you can post in the group. We can talk about it in the group too.
Yeah, I think either that or like a recording of a screen share, how to do it or how to set it up a little bit.
I know Christine just did one, so I'm sure I could use hers and just post it in the group.
Share that link maybe.
Okay. Let's see if I can find that. I gotta write it down. Okay, cool. What other questions?
Hi, this is Leslie. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, Leslie.
Hi. I'm sorry, I have to ask this. On the 3 challenge group invites every day, forgive me because I'm not exactly sure what you mean by a challenge group, and you referenced the 22-day Tony Hortons one.
Mm-hmm.
Are we inviting people to go ahead and purchase the challenge and then be in the challenge group, or are we doing our own little free challenge group?
For this purpose, it's for your paid challenge groups, for people who are doing the challenge packs, because the whole goal is to have them sign up as a discounted membership.
Okay, so then I would reach out to folks and say, hey guys, we got the new Tony Horton's 22 Hardcore. Are you ready to go? Are you ready to get in and do this? Something along those lines?
Definitely. Yeah.
Perfect.
And Colleen, you can take the challenge group scripts if you don't have any in your file section and put them in your page, if that will help.
Yeah, we do, but I'll check yours and make sure that it's the same, or that, to give people another option,
Okay.
as well as the coach ones too. So I made
Yeah.
a note to check that to make sure.
And I'm sorry, who was that? Was that Julie?
Leslie.
Oh, Leslie. I'm sorry, Leslie. But that's a great point though. And I also do keep a free group in my back pocket all the time. So if they say, oh, no, thanks, I'm not interested in the challenge pack, not a good time, then I'll send them to my free group. So that way they kind of stay on my list.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, other questions? Colleen, are you monitoring the group chat?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So somebody just asked, what's a CRM? And a customer relationship management. So basically like an email system managing what your clients are and kind of where they are in the process. So Streak, from my understanding, and I haven't used it yet, I've looked at it and said, oh God, that looks really good. But that is so like, it would take me work. So I'm working on getting it set up. But you basically say, okay, talk to this person, sent them an introductory email, sent them a coach invite, sent them a video to look at. So you kind of have them, move them through the steps of looking at the opportunity, basically, right?
Yes. So, okay. So I know we're running over, you guys. If you want to jump off, feel free to jump off. Good night, Katie. But I will share my screen with you really quick, and I'll show you super quick my Zoom or my little. I'm tired.
Streak.
My Streak. Thank you. Okay, so these are what are called, actually Charity is the expert on this. I don't know if she's still on, but these are what are called pipelines here. So like, this is my coaching opportunity pipeline. So this is the people that I'm just talking to about coaching. So, and again, I just started using this. 5 people I started the conversation with leads to 1 invite. Then you send them the webinar, you move them into that file. Then you move them into this file. Then when they commit, if they don't commit, then I go invite them in my free group. So those are like my recent customer leads. Same thing. Depends. You can design and customize all of these. And it's really great for my team too, because the new coaches that I've just signed up in the last couple of weeks, I now have them in here. And so I know I sent them the welcome email, then I did their GSR, then they went into the 7-day training. And then they move up in the ranks. It's just an awesome way to keep track of your conversations, basically. And you don't have to have their email. You can just put their name in there. So if you're communicating with them on Facebook, I'll put their name in Streak, and then in the notes section, I'll say Facebook message. How do you set up the color coding? You customize all of it in Streak. It definitely takes a little time to learn, but once you do it, I mean, I've been a coach for, 8 years, and this is the first system that I found that I've liked that works. Otherwise, I have like random pieces of paper everywhere, and that just doesn't cut it anymore. If you're going to start talking to mass amounts of people and doing a ton of invites, you have got to keep track, because nothing sucks more than not writing someone's name down. You sent them the webinar, you didn't follow up because you didn't write their name down, and then 2 weeks later, on your page, hey, coach. I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me. I'm like, oh, every time. So, anyways.
It's Leslie again. I have another question. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
On the comment, compliment plus question equals conversion, you talked about how Facebook, and you're commenting on their page. Are you complimenting and questioning in a PM? And are you doing this also with Streak? And what is the timeline typically that you're doing this on?
Well,
I'm a rhino, and I'm like a rhino in a glass stop
like
sometimes.
you.
You gotta be careful.
I would say it depends on the amount of time that you have. I will tell you there is nothing better than catching someone on Facebook Messenger at that moment, and then you can keep going back and forth, back and forth. I typically will do it through private message because if you're a rhino, you're like, I don't have time to like their status and comment on their post. I'm just going for it. So I would go right into private message. Why not? Worst case scenario is they don't respond to you, or they're like, stop being a creeper. And then you can cross off the list and move on to the next person.
And have you done that also with Instagram? Because we just started messing around with that too.
Oh, with DMing?
Yes.
Like do you
with
DM on Instagram?
compliment questioning.
Yeah, I don't do it as much because I don't focus on Instagram as much, but I know it would work for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Anything else?
Hey, Angie.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a question. Now where do we find that 20-minute video to share? Because I was looking, I couldn't really find it.
I
Videos up everywhere, and I just haven't. I was looking for it. I didn't.
gotcha. I got you. I will post it right now in our group. It's on platinumpresenters.com, but I'll post the link right now. And I keep this link in my back pocket, behind my ear, in my phone, on my iPod, everywhere, because I try to send it out all the time. And so as soon as somebody says that they're interested, boom, I send it right to them. So I'll post it in the group right now.
All right, thanks.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, Colleen?
And that could be a webinar. I mean, if you have seen that one, or if you prefer a different one that you've seen, or you've done one yourself, you can use that. You don't have to use the exact one from Platinum Presenters. That's just one that is great and that Angie's really comfortable using. I mean, several of us on Team Inspire Action recently did one. It's Tony, Lori, Lindsay, and I talking and sharing our story and working how coaching has impacted us, and bits of that in there so people can use that. You can use the 7-minute one from Team Beachbody. That's pretty basic. I think you have to look and think about the person that you're conversing with and inviting, and figure out what's going to be the best, basically called third-party tool. If you've read the book GoPro, what's that third-party resource that's going to hit that person the best, and what's going to be, or if you have a sneak peek coming up, it could be any of those things. And Angie, we can talk about whether we should do like a live webinar or a call or something during this as well, during the period.
That's a really good idea.
We could create a new one.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. Somebody asked if I can share a link to ours. Yeah, sure. And you can share it too. I mean, you can just say these are, even if you're not on Team Inspire Action, you can say, these are some coaches that I work with, or these are coaches on my team talking about this opportunity. Would you watch this video? If it hits home, or if it's a guy, at least we got Tony on there, or so, there's different resources that you can think about what's going to hit this person the best.
Yeah.
What's going to, resonate with them the best. So yes, I'll share our link. It's a YouTube link, so you can share it.
Okay. I can pull it. If you post it in your group, I'll pull it, and then you can pull mine too if you want.
Yep. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. And Lisa said she's been just started using Streak and in the chat. So cool.
Oh, good.
And she said that she thanks for saying that you can use it without their email. Is that what it was, Lisa? I'm trying to look up to your comment.
Oh, yeah.
Without sending an actual email, that you can still use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just have
in the notes section, just make sure you remember like where you found them or where you're talking to them at.
Right. Cool. What other questions you guys have? Anything? I know Angie covered a lot tonight and it's getting late. So Julie's asking, do you just track Beachbody conversations then? Angie, you said, yeah, pretty much in Streak, at least it's once it's moved to Beachbody.
Yes, because if you looked at my Facebook Messenger right now, it's ridiculous. Like I literally have over 100 conversations going on with people. So once I can't track all of that. So once it gets to the point where the person is interested in a challenge group or you were moving towards Beachbody, then I'll put them in Streak. And then I archive the message in Facebook Messenger.
Right. So I think that some way though, if you're doing the BAT or the Power of Three or a Google Sheets, like you guys maybe have seen how I do that, you've got to still keep track of those other conversations that you're having in some way. But yeah, mine are a lot too. And if I try to put them all in Streak, it would be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can upload, so your current customers, you could somehow convert their emails and put them into Streak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like those would be prospects that you might look to, like especially like Shakeology HD users, they may become prospects for discount member for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Anything else?
Sorry, I was just muted. Somebody in the chat, Julie's, do you just track, what's a free group? I had one and felt it wasn't value add to me. Do you mean like, people mentioned like free groups, like a 5-day free clean eating group or like an ab challenge or something like that? Yeah, for this, Angie's talking about challenge groups where they're doing a challenge pack and you can offer the discount membership to them at least, or the coaching opportunity to them. So free groups are great, I think, to expand your network and to have people start to trust you as a resource and as a coach, as somebody they can go to, a support person. But in this group, the intention is definitely to move people into being customers and discount members and coaches.
Agree.
Okay, she mentioned she adds people to her free group who say no. Right, so if they say no or they're not ready to invest right now, then that's always something you can offer. Would you like me to let you know about my next free group? I'll be running one, have a date in mind, or next month I'll be running a free one for clean eating 5-day group or something. Okay, cool. That makes sense, Julie. Thanks. A continuous.
Group. No, but you could run a continuous group. I mean, you basically always want to give people a place to go.
Right. I do like my general fitness and nutrition group. That's just my alumni from challenge groups go in there. People that have done a group and they're done. They don't really want to stay engaged anymore in a group, but they say they can get connected with me. I put them in there. Or people that aren't really ready yet, but I want to still have a holding place for them. I move them into sometimes that group. And I just post inspiring things occasionally there. I post about new sales that are out, check in with them occasionally in that group, just as a place so I don't totally lose them. And some people, have wanted to do that.
All right, anything else? We're set. Okay. Oh, good. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being on. Post questions in the group. So at this point, you really want to stay connected to your group. Like your group is like your family for the next 2 months. So if you want to track for accountability on there, do it. Ask questions. Talk about what challenges you're running into. Like really stay connected. That's going to be your go-to place. To really start to move forward with all of this stuff. And then what do I have on for next week? I need to find it here. Hold on a second. So our next call is, did I say what day it was? I think I
Thursday
said
the 10th.
Oh, Thursday the 10th? Yeah. And what was the topic I had? I don't remember. That one might be with corporate. I'm getting Arnold from corporate to come on one of the calls with us, and so I'm waiting to hear back from him. Also, Christine will be on, who's my sponsor and the CEO of Platinum Presenters. She's our greater organization. She'll be on with us too. So we've got lots of exciting things, but you guys have to just really focus on doing the work and just being consistent. And we're here for you if you need anything. So thanks for being on, you guys.
Bye, guys. Good to see ya.
Bye.
Angie, you'll post the recording when you have it, right?
I will, for sure.
Thanks.
All right, thanks, you guys.
Time to go work out.
Oh, Monica, are you serious?
I'm getting it in.
You skated.
At the skating party.
Oh my
I'm gonna
gosh.
do it.
When you going to bed?
Oh, I don't know. I am going to work out, though. My kids know.
Wow. All right, you go for it, girl.
I'm heading to the basement. Thanks.
All right.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
You too.